Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are reacting to, well, KrispyFlakes official 2021 NBA season predictions that I did back in December. And yeah, man, I'm just so looking forward to hearing about the horrible takes that I had in this video. And basically, I think what I did here is I predicted what their record would be or something like that. Now, I'm more so looking at the comments I made because I do remember when I did this video, I forgot it was only a 72 game season. So basically, man, I'm looking to hear if I said a team was gonna suck or be good. So yeah, also I'm gonna say, man, this crispy right here, I feel like I've lost a little bit of weight since I did this, man. Looking a little slimmer over here, but also I had longer hair at the time, so that adds on 20 pounds, I would say, at least in my scale. Let's get this, see what it's all about, and yeah, it's on my main channel, KrispyFlakes, if you guys want to go subscribe over there, so you never miss videos like that when I upload them over there. Let's get it. Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. Sorry. In a few weeks, we're already on, the NBA preseason and stuff, man. So for today's video, what we're going to do is the over-under game when it comes to this next NBA season. So obviously, as you guys see on the screen in front of you, we got projected wins, and I have to decide if I think that team will be over or under. So that way, towards the end of the regular season, over on my second channel, Extra Crispy, which you guys should totally go subscribe to. Totally should.
Can, look back at this and react to it and laugh at myself for the horrible.
It's like I knew.
Great choices, hopefully, that I made, right, man? So here we go. We got all 30.
Okay, guys. Let me know in the comment section below before we get going on this. Over or under 15 teams that Crispy was right about. That old Crispy was right about, man. Do you think I was correct about 15 of these or more? Or was I incorrect? Let me know. Over or under on the 15.
The NBA teams, all these teams looking different. New rookies, new veterans. LiAngelo Ball. Things are going to be different, man, this NBA season. So
here we go.
The first team looks like it's an alphabetical order.
2 preseason games.
Assuming that A is the first letter of the alphabet, followed by B, C, D, E, F, and G, man. So here we go. The Atlanta Hawks, projected win 35. Last year, 20 and 47. So this is definitely one of the most improved teams on the NBA season. Getting Gallinari, Rondo, Clint Capella's gonna be healthy, ready to go. Obviously, good draft picks and stuff, man. So
decent.
O'Connor's been fine. I think definitely over. I do think
they're 1-for-1,
and this would put them right around that 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm gonna say over, man.
Yeah, their 5th seed right now. So I was wrong about that take, but I mean, like I said, I thought it was an 82 game season, so.
I should do over, under, or right at, but I'm going to say roughly 36, 37 win team at least, man, in my opinion, and I got to sign in.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Give me 1 second, man. That took a lot longer than expected, guys. Okay, so I said over for the Atlanta Hawks. Next up, we got the Boston Celtics.
So yeah, that one's going to be considered a W by me, man, because I said they would be a good team. So that's how we're doing this.
5.5 projected wins. They have with a record of 40 and 24 last season. So I think Jason Tatum is going to take even another step this season, man. You'll obviously have Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker's going to be ready to go. Love the addition of Tristan Thompson. I feel like he's going to be extremely valuable, off the bench, just giving them a different dynamic center from Daniel Tice.
He was fine.
Obviously lost Gordon Hayward, but with Jaylen Brown and having Marcus Smart, I feel like the lineup's going to be fine anyway. So do I think
it was not fine?
5 wins. I do see the Celtics being around on 50-win team next season, man, for sure. So here we go. Over for that.
That was an L.
Definitely optimistic so far, man.
That was an L.
Okay, next we have the Brooklyn Nets with a 45.5 projected win. Once again, man, I think they're going to be a top 2 or 3.
This was obviously before they got James Harden.
3 seed in the Eastern Conference. You got Kyrie Irving, he's going to be healthy.
Wait, say top 2 or 3?
Top 2 or 3 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
You got Kyrie Irving, he's going to be healthy, ready to go. Kevin Durant, it's come on, man, that's going to be one of the best duos in the entire NBA. Assuming they can, stick it out and come together as one and just, make a crazy dynamic duo, man. So
or just get James Harden.
45.5.
W.
Okay, next up we got the Charlotte Hornets. So in my opinion on this team, man, it says 26.5. They were 23 wins last year. Obviously there's going to be some sort of development period with LaMelo Ball.
There really wasn't.
A little bit of time to figure things out. Gordon Hayward, you got to hope he can stay healthy and everything. I don't think the Charlotte Hornets are going to be all that good next season, man. I do think it's going to take LaMelo Ball a season or two before he really figures out the pace and just really not.
In all fairness, that's not a horrible take because, for one, it did take LaMelo Ball a bit of time. The coach took forever to start him and stuff like that, man. But also, he's got to figure out how to stay healthy, right? That's when he was playing, they were good, but he's got to figure out how to stay healthy now. And, yeah, since he's not playing because of that, they've become a worse team over time. It's not a bad take, I don't think.
not really just so much the pace, but also the ability to just kind of pull back at times and rely on your teammates.
He's been better about that.
Devontae Graham, is no longer going to be taking a billion shots. I don't think Terry Rozier probably gets traded, I would have to assume.
Nope.
Because, he went to the Hornets with the idea of being a starter, which is not going to happen now with having Devontae and LaMelo Ball as your backcourt. So I'm going to say probably under, man. It's going to be some growing pains for the Charlotte Hornets, but in time, LaMelo will get there.
Elish.
All right, next up, we do have the Chicago Bulls with a 30.5 win projection out here. Interesting team. I mean, obviously, they don't have Jim Boylan anymore. Patrick Williams is going to be, I don't know, man. He's going to go either way next season. I got a feeling he's going to be a good player. I got a feeling he is actually going to be in contention for Rookie of the Year.
Yo, that was a good take. That was a good take, man. I'm not going to quite say Rookie of the Year. Like, he's not quite that, but he's been a pretty damn solid player, I would say.
I don't know why, man. I just feel like he is going to be like that steal of the draft that everybody looks back on. It's like, yo, man,
education.
Like, we definitely slept on this guy, kind of like Kristaps Porzingis on the New York Knicks quite a few seasons ago. I think just the team being healthy, too. Kobe White's going to take a jump this season.
Not really.
Being the starting point guard of the team. I wasn't completely happy about some of the lack of offseason moves they did. I was kind of hoping they would have bolstered up their bench a little bit more. But
True.
I think just having a new coach is going to be good, man. So I think 30 wins, I think that's definitely, the realm of possibility. Being around like that 31 to 33 win mark, I think definitely over for that one, okay? There we go.
Which, not a bad take right now. They're currently 25 and 35. So, not. I would say that's kind of a W take, kind of. I was pretty correct about a lot of what I said there. I'm outside of Kobe White taking a jump.
Go. Next up, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Here we go.
Darius Garland was obviously the starting point guard last season. As far as big-time changes that they made, they drafted Isaac Okoro. Tristan Thompson's no longer on the team. You got Kevin Love and Andre Drummond, which rebounding-wise is a good front court. But if it's anything, I've kind of seen that Drummond doesn't really lead teams to wins.
Hey,
Kevin Love, I don't think is as big a factor as he used to be back in the day. Isaac Okoro, will be a good player in the NBA, but I'm not really seeing like a superstar right away.
Not like the preseason version.
Seeing it, man. I'm not seeing the 23 wins. I'm seeing closer to that 19, 20 win mark. I still think Darius Garland has more development to do. I'm going to say under for that.
Okay. I mean, they're 21 and 39, so if the season were to end right now, I'd be right around there, but, like I said, man, we're not really basing it off record. Yeah, Cleveland's not really been a good team this year. They started off really good, but injuries and stuff like that, so I would say that's not a bad take.
All right, next up we got the Dallas Mavericks with a 41.5 projected win. Now, keep in mind, this is with Kristaps Porzingis being injured at times. This is with...
A lot of times.
Luka Doncic was injured at times. As far as the roster being improved, Dwight Powell's gonna be back from injury. Josh Richardson should be a pretty decent fit. I'm gonna say over for the Dallas Mavericks.
Bad
I think
take.
They're gonna be a really good team, and I think Luka's gonna be in contention for the MVP award again. Assuming
they're a fine team. They might reach roughly that 42 win mark. When I'm seeing right now, they're currently 33 and 26. So I mean, yeah. I said they were better than what they actually were, which, in all honesty, I thought the Mavericks were going to be even better this year. They're not like a bad team, though. They're not bad. That's why I don't think this is a bad take. Like, they're fine.
You can stay healthy. Now, that's what goes without saying, man. This is assuming health for every single one.
Yeah, Porzingis was not healthy either. So
all right, next we got the Denver Nuggets. Projected wins only 43, really? They were 46 and 27 last year. Jamal Murray, in my opinion, man, going to be in projection for most improved player. I mean, he's already improved. He's already a great player, but I really think he could take maybe that higher tier all-star leap, or he's not quite a superstar, but you definitely recognize him out there in the regular season. Losing Mason Plumlee and Jeremy Grant's not fun, but Michael Porter Jr. is ready to go. Bol hopefully get some good PT out there.
But hasn't really played, has he?
I have 2 unders so far, man. Okay.
Good take.
Next up, we got the Detroit Pistons. Projected wins of 24.5 with a record of 20 and 46 last season. I don't think they win that 20. I don't think they reach that 24.5 win mark.
They're close.
I
18
think that,
wins.
Dwayne Casey and Troy Weaver is really going to focus on rookie development. And
which they have.
Guys like Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin. I think for sure Derrick Rose traded by the trade deadline. Blake Griffin maybe we'll kind of see.
Bought out.
Yeah, definitely under with the chance of being the worst team in the NBA, which I'm okay.
Hey! Okay, I mean, right now, the worst team right now is the Houston Rockets, but hey, nobody really expected all that to go down, so.
Okay with, because that means hopefully a good lottery pick next season, right, man? So under for
Fade for Cade. End it for Evan. Nope.
39.5 projected.
Suck for Suggs.
15-50 record the previous season. Obviously, that was with not having a lot of great players due to guys being injured, but this time Curry is back. So I have the conference. So 39 wins would put you, if you guys can see that, in the Western Conference, 39 wins, has you as the 8th seed. And I think Curry, you got to give him the respect at least of getting the 8th seed. James Wiseman, Draymond Green's ready.
2-game win streak currently.
Kelly Oubre, Andrew Wiggins. Hopefully Steve Kerr can get him, playing to his full potential. I'm going to say over for them, man. That seems a little disrespectful to Curry, saying projected at 39.5. Next up, Houston Rockets. Okay, so this one I'm going to say under. And the reason is because I do think that James Harden is going to get
Crispy, it didn't save. It's still saving, Crispy. What if I was completely right about all this right here, and then this didn't save, and I didn't win the $1 million? I don't know if it's $1 million prize.
Traded at some point in the season, and that team's going to go on a full-on
Wait, say it again?
That James Harden. Rockets. Okay, so this one I'm going to say under, and the reason is because I do think that James Harden is going to get traded at some point in the season, and that team's going to go on a full-on rebuild. It's just too much, stock on guys like John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins who have really bad injury histories. Christian Wood was good for 10 games for the Pistons, so we'll see if he can continue that uptrend. But
he did.
That was on the Pistons last year, and they were not a good team. So, assuming James Harden's gone, I don't really see him being that big of a difference maker in the win-loss column. So
good ass take. He continued the uptrend. They are in a rebuild. Harden was traded, and when Christian Wood was really leading the wins. I mean, in all fairness, he was injured a lot this year too.
Under for the Houston Rockets.
Bro, I'm killing it, man. Not gonna lie.
5 projected wins over. This team always gets disrespected in projections like this, man. And they always prove otherwise. So, Oladipo should be back healthy, ready to go. Sabonis, Miles Turner, TJ Warren, Malcolm Brogdon. I love that starting 5, man. So, yeah.
TJ injured. Oladipo traded. Karis LeVert missed time. Not a bad take. If they were healthy, they would have been balling.
Next up, we got the LA Clippers. 47.5 projected wins. Okay, so I don't think they're going to reach that near 50 mark. I'm going to say they'll be around 46, 47 wins next season. I do think guys like Kawhi Leonard,
they're at 43 right now.
Continue to do load management. Losing Montrezl Harrell was a big time loss. Obviously, Lou Williams. I mean, he's another year older. I think Luke Kennard honestly is going to be pretty nice for him, man. But,
he's been good.
No pun intended right there. But you still got Kawhi Leonard. But the Western Conference is very stacked. I'm going to say under, but just barely, man. Just barely have them under. I'm going to say around 46, 47.
At 43 right now.
Lakers 48.5. Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting, man, just because I do think LeBron James, despite he's going to say the right things and stuff, but I do think he's going to be taking off a little bit of time at the beginning of the season because it wasn't the NBA season did not really end that long ago, all things considered. But with that being said, man, they've been injured now. They did get Dennis Schroeder. They were literally the 2 top 6 men of the year guys last year. So that right there by itself is huge. It's hard to say. I mean, how many 50-win teams were there last year? Well, there was one, okay, but it was a shortened season and stuff. So, because I feel like this record's kind of off. Is that accurate? I don't know, man. It probably is. I'm going to say over. I'm going to say they're a 50-win team again, no doubt.
Didn't know LeBron 80 was going to get injured. Not my fault.
This Grizzlies.
Not my fault. It's not my fault, Crispy.
39 was their 2019 record. This is where it gets a little stingy out there because it's okay, one of these teams, because even looking at last year, the Grizzlies were the 9th seed out there, right? So do I feel like they're going to make that big of a leap? I think they're better than 30 wins. They got to be better than 30 wins. I'm going to say over for them.
John Morant got injured. Not my fault.
43.5. This team, Tyler Hero is going to be up there for most improved player, no doubt.
Well, actually, wait. The Grizzlies actually doing pretty damn solid right now, bro. 2-game win streak, 31-28. It was a good take.
Goran Dragic should be healthy. I love Precious Achiuwa. I love that addition on the team. That was absolutely perfect. They lost Jay Crowder, but I think he's replaceable. I'm going to say over. I mean, this team was in the NBA Finals. Let's give them their respect, right? Milwaukee Bucks 40.
Where are they at right now?
7th
seed.
This team's always really good in the regular season. Drew Holiday is better than Eric Bledsoe. I think that pretty much sums it up right there. Giannis is really going to be going full throttle, man. So, yeah, over for them. T-Wolves 30.5 projection. Okay, so that's roughly an 11-game increase from last year's record. I'm not quite seeing that big of a jump. The power forward spot, they still got to figure out. D'Lo is nice and everything.
Need to figure out everything with that team.
The entire season of that first before we really give them this type of, projected win. I'm going to say under, man. I'm going to say probably around 28 win team, right? So,
nope.
Okay, next up we got the Pelicans, 35 projected wins, 30 and 42 last year. Zion for a full season, assuming health, him with Brandon Ingram, is obviously going to be good for at least a 35-win team. I'm going to say over for that.
Okay, I know for a fact this Knicks one is going to be bad. I know this is going to be really bad right here, man, because I still have Knicks fans that come back and, say stuff to me all the time about my take that I'm about to have right here. Keep in mind, ain't nobody knew Julius Randle was going to become the next damn Dr. J, bro. Ain't nobody know that. Knicks fans themselves was running off Julius Randle before the season, so I'm just pointing that out.
New York Knicks, I'm not seeing a ton of roster improvement this offseason. I mean, getting Obi Toppin's nice, but they got to figure out what they're going to do with Julius Randle. Still don't really have much for the point guard spot or really shooting guard spot, assuming, RJ Barrett's a small forward. So I'm going to say under, but just barely. I think they'll be right around that 21 win mark yet again.
In all fairness, they did not really improve the roster outside of getting D Rose at the trade deadline or wherever it was before the trade deadline. It was at the trade. I don't remember, man. Ain't nobody know Julius Randle's gonna be that good, man. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone.
OKC Thunder 24
Leave
wins,
me alone, man.
44-28 the season before. Obviously a way different team. Shea is going to be putting up crazy-ass stats. I don't think it's going to really
watch your language.
Lead this team to too many wins just because they're going to get other parts out there, and they don't really have them yet. They got a ton of draft picks, just not really the parts. So I'm going to say under for that, and they'll be the top 3, in the lottery for next season, which is a good thing for them. It's exactly what they need to do right now, right?
Yep.
Orlando
Currently,
Magic,
they're better than 4 or 5 teams.
I'm going to say it sucks that they lost Jonathan Isaac. I'm pretty sure he's out for the entire season.
Fultz,
not really
eventually.
A lot of opportunity for Mo Bamba to continue to develop with Vucevic still being on the team.
Or
Aaron
off the
Gordon,
team.
I feel like has plateaued as a player. Once I got started on my TV real quick here. That 33 win mark, I'm going to say they'll be right around that 31-32.
That was assuming no trades.
33 is pretty accurate. I'm going to say over, but only by a few wins. Only by a few wins in this case. 76ers, 43 wins last season, 43
Here we go.
projected this season. They are a better team this season.
Yep.
And assuming everybody can stay healthy, I just love the makeup of the roster so much more. I'm going to say over, guys. I feel like the 76ers are going to be dangerous this year, especially in the regular season.
Let's go!
The Phoenix Suns, 38.5.
Oh, boy.
We saw what they did in the bubble. 8 straight victories in the bubble. Chris Paul, what he did for the OKC Thunder. You got to be assuming he's good for at least +5 in the win-loss column.
At least.
I'm going to say over, man.
Yes!
Losing Oubre kind of sucks, but hopefully guys like Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson kind of step in and fill that.
Oh, and they did! I'm sorry. I'm getting way too excited. I need to calm down, man. It's just nice when I get roasted so much for things I say on YouTube and stuff like that, man, when it comes to the NBA. It's just nice to hear myself say some decent things, When push comes to shove, this is just a video of just me as a person talking about basketball, and I'm doing pretty damn good, man. I'm doing pretty damn good.
Okay, next we got the Portland Trail Blazers. Full season of Nurkic. Love the addition of Rocco. I'm going to say over. They're healthy. They're healthy, man. So, yeah. Sacramento.
What are they right now? 7 seed?
I'm going to say under.
Bad take.
I love De'Aaron Fox. Having Buddy Hield on the team.
Well, I guess not really a bad take because I guess hopefully I mentioned Tyrese.
And just solidifying him as that starting 2 spot is a good thing, chemistry-wise. But Bogdan was a really nice player for them. Marvin Bagley, hopefully he stays healthy. Hassan Whiteside is a pretty empty stats type of player. I would have to say under for that. Okay, next up we got the Spurs. Spurs are difficult, man. Because you see names currently like DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, and you're like, okay, those are 2 big names. But is it big enough names due to age, style of play, where at this point it's going to be that big difference in the win-loss column?
Not really.
You look at the Western Conference, man, somebody has to be down here. It's not going to be the Pelicans. It's not going to be the Warriors. I like a lot more what the Suns and Grizzlies and, Trailblazers are doing as opposed to the Spurs. I feel like they are in a full-on rebuild now. And while, LaMarcus, Rudy Gay, DeMar DeRozan are still names, I don't think they're difference makers as being the main guys of a team, man. I'm going to have to say under for them. And I don't mean disrespect to the Spurs franchise. It's just, they're in a rebuild, so that's a good thing.
Raptors, not a horrible take.
That's disrespectful. 53 going down to 41.5. Okay, I know you lost, Marcus Gasol and Serge Ibaka. Those are good players, but Chris Boucher is really nice, man.
Hey, there we go.
That is disrespectful. Definitely over. That's a no-brainer. Y'all think 41 wins? My God.
Okay. I think even Raptor fans can agree with me on this, that you guys, I guess they would definitely agree. I guess non-Raptor fans can agree that if it wasn't for the Raptors getting like injuries and like sickness and stuff like that, they would have been a good team. Like, really, I think the Raptors next year are going to be like the comeback team of the year, man. I really think that, fully healthy and stuff, lottery picks. So, something, man. I was considering health.
Utah Jazz.
Ooh, could be a bad take here. Could be a bad take.
Like that 43.5 feels about right. Bojan will be back healthy. Mike Conley hopefully will be closer to his Memphis Grizzlies self.
He was.
Derek Favors was a nice pickup for the bench unit, hopefully. I'm going to say over.
All right, good take.
And then the Washington Wizards, 33.5.
Bad take here.
I
can predict it.
In the Eastern Conference, right around that 8 seed. I think they're closer to like a 6 or 7 seed with Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, all things considered. I'm going to say over for that.
Hey, in all fairness, they are currently on an 8-game winning streak, so that could still end being a decent take.
Over for that, man. So there we go. Picks locked on December 22nd. That is going to be my final pickage right there, guys. Hopefully you guys, agree with my...
I don't think it was bad. I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good with this. I don't feel like there was no take I had where I was just like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, bro. Like, these are all pretty good takes here. With the exception of the Knicks one, but even that, like I said, man, like nobody saw that coming. So can't roast me about that one, man. That's all we got. Thank y'all so much for watching. Good video, Crispy Flakes. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Link in the description. It's not linked in the description. You type in Crispy Flakes on YouTube. You can subscribe there if you want to, man. That's all we got, guys. Peace out.